Yo,
Going on,
yo,
y'all? It's the
let's
Knicks
get it. Let's
world.
get it.
We back,
The
man.
next world we
We
here.
came here. Yeah, man. We back in the flesh, man.
Yes,
Shout out
sir.
to you guys, man. Knicks Nation, NYK, stand up. It's your boy Ant. We got my guy Champ. What's
Yeah,
going on,
yeah.
Champ? How you feeling, brother?
I'm feeling good this wonderful, beautiful Tuesday night. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling very, very positive.
Yes, sir. I mean, listen, we got back on track. I feel you on that. We got the W. We take care of business. The Nets need to. We would have lost that game. Would have been some nasty, nasty dialect and
You
nasty,
know anything about the
nasty.
damn Nets.
Yeah, so I'm glad we took care of business.
Yep.
We'll talk about some of the trade rumors and also some of the issues that we can see with the Knicks.
Yeah.
But right off the bat, we got the W. Cat did his thing. He had 37, I think 12.
Hmm.
The cat that we've seen plenty of times against, kind of like the lower tier teams, right? Which you got to beat those teams too. If you sleep, they will beat you. And I think a lot of people, myself included, it's frustrating to watch like the inconsistency. Like, you want to play the best, all the time, obviously, but it doesn't always work, right? Even some of the best teams get beat. But there's been a lot of trade rumors, and I've been talking to different people about trades and because I can't stand like not playing defense because defense is all about effort, right?
Yeah.
If you want to, you will commit to playing defense, and that's my biggest issue. When you don't see guys, and there was that clip. I don't know if you've seen it, champ. There's that clip of Mikel communicating on defense. He's obviously the defensive anchor on the team. Um, we don't have OG, but
Well,
again, defense is an effort thing, and if we don't see it, like for me, it's just frustrating. Even playing basketball, when I would play, is frustrating talking to the same person over and over about, hey, you got to defend, man. Like, yo, pick up your man. Like, yo, call out the switch. Make sure if this guy sets a screen, we'll switch, whatever it may be, and then the person still doesn't do it. So you saw Mikhail kind of talking to Carl Anthony Towns about that. Before the Nets game, there was that little compilation, and for me, it's inexcusable because if we're gonna go ahead and make a finals run, now some people will say, "Oh, it's only November, like it's a long season." Got you, but you got to develop good habits now. Especially there's no OG, right? So OG covers a multitude of sins. Him and Mikhail, they do a great job, but you're gonna need Cat, right? Like Mitch is not gonna play every minute of the game, so you're gonna need Cat to. I'm not saying be a shot blocker, but show some effort defensively, right?
you don't
But go ahead.
you don't think you should pair him with somebody that could get those stops? I'm liking the little bits that I'm seeing from Diawara from the
Hmm.
defensive end.
Yeah,
Obviously, he has to pick up his shooting, but
yeah.
I really do feel like give him a little more touches, put the ball in his hand to see what he can do. He,
Hmm.
given that he's a facilitator but not receiving the ball, you're taking the facilitating out of his game at that point. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I think not playing. I think you can't play double big with Cat right now. I think to get the best out of him, you have to play him in a smaller lineup. Now, you make a good point, Diawara. He's got some versatility defensively. He's light on
Yeah.
his feet. We've seen him get a steal, get some shot
Yep.
blocks and stuff like that. So there's that defensive.
Instinct.
Yeah, it's there for sure. He's
Mhm.
definitely gonna need more run, which
Yeah.
especially due to injuries and stuff like that, he's gonna get more run. And I hope
Hmm.
that throughout the season, through the ups and downs, you're gonna get guys who make mistakes and stuff like that. That's part of being a rookie and being new in the league. So I think this
Yeah.
is a good opportunity for him to grow. But I also think, you know, at some point, teams are gonna, especially come playoff time, teams are gonna exploit. weaknesses, right? They're gonna go at who's the weakest defender. All right, Mitch is not in the game. Cat's playing the five or whatever. They're gonna go at Cat, and Cat has to like again not be a shot blocker.
Stay on your feet.
Stay on
Put
your
your hands
feet.
up.
Don't bite. Hands up. Just make sure you switch when you're supposed to switch. Make sure you stay with your man. Those types of things. And I think that's where the frustration comes. But again, we handle business against Brooklyn. We have the Hornets tomorrow. And then we have Milwaukee on Friday. Giannis may or may not come back. We'll see about that. Um, but give me your thoughts, champ. Like, what do you feel? How do you see the Knicks figuring out the defensive issues?
So I'm enjoying Mikael Bridges on defense. He's
Okay.
averaging like damn near 2 blocks, probably 2 steals a game.
Yeah, he's
Um,
cooking.
he's definitely cooking. I'm enjoying Jalen Brunson also with the help defense that he's been playing. We've never
Yeah,
seen that before. Obviously, defense is effort, but a lot of people put it on his physicals, him being so small. But he's trying, and it is working out, at least so far.
yeah,
Um, but as far as defense is meaning like the likes of the Cats, it's like you said, pick up on your man, bro. Stop doing drop coverage because all it's doing is giving lazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and people's gonna like you drop back far enough, they're gonna either try to blow by you, or run up to you to get a floater,
yeah,
or wait for you to come up so that way they can blow by you anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just like either he'll drop back too far or he'll play up too high. There's
yeah.
no in between.
And sometimes you see even Cat like he loses his man. The guy he's supposed to. Because sometimes.
Because he's paying attention to everything else.
Yeah, exactly. He's not looking at where he's supposed to be looking at, and
Yeah,
not if a guy tells you, "Oh, get my man," or switch, and he's not really locked in with his teammates, and then you see a blown layup. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And I think that's the issue, right? Like you don't want to give up too many of any of that. Like at least make everything like difficult, right? Without fouling. Don't pick up silly fouls. Now
yeah.
sometimes, listen, I'm not gonna say you're gonna have a perfect game. You're not gonna pick a foul, cool, but be disciplined. Stay on your feet,
Mhm.
hands up. Don't bring your hands down. Don't make inadvertent reaches and things of that nature. I think that's my frustration. But
See, a lot of things with Cat is when they say put your hands up, it's to show that you're not fouling. He's
yeah,
showing the refs, hey, I'm not fouling. You see my hands,
yeah,
but if your hands is down and you give a little bit of a little forearm, whatever, they're
yeah,
going to pick that up. Or even if it's not too crazy, people they're going to lean on you so that way you can say, "Yo, get off me," and it'll be a whistle because the refs can't see your hands. You
yep,
know what I'm saying? Like, it's literally to protect you. Just put your hands up. Put your hands so they can see it.
yeah, man. And I think again, there's been some trade rumors. They said the report came out from Ian Begley, right, the man himself, that the Knicks are going to check in with the Mavs about Anthony Davis.
Yeah,
Now, anybody who has eyes knows Anthony Davis is a great player when healthy, right? That's the biggest question mark about Anthony Davis is that he doesn't stay healthy. And in order to be effective in this league, excuse me, apologize. In order to stay effective in this league and to be effective, availability is important. The best ability is availability. If you cannot stay on the court, doesn't matter how talented you are, you can't provide uh anything, right? Because you're not available. So although I think if the Knicks want to make a run, they need to lock in defensively. Now, the numbers will say that OG covers a lot of that, right? We're missing OG. Absolutely. There's no question in my mind about that. But if your second best player cannot play like your second best player consistently,
yes,
you're not gonna win at finals.
no,
We've gotten past the point, champ, where listen, I love watching Jalen Brunson take over and go Kobe mode. I love it. But let's be real, champ. That's
Mhm.
not the remedy to win a championship.
I feel you.
Now, I don't mind Jalen taking 20 plus shots. That's not my issue. My issue is when Jalen goes to the bench or when Jalen sits out,
Who
can
was
you
his
go
help?
ahead
Who
and
was your
carry?
relief, man?
Yeah.
Who was
Can
your
you go
relief?
ahead? Can you go ahead and keep a lead, right? Or when you are cooking, can you stay out of foul trouble and stay in the game? That's been Cat's biggest problem from the last
Yep.
playoffs. And, he even said it at the post game, and I'll give Carl Anthony Towns a lot of credit for this. Clyde was interviewing him, and they were talking, and Cat was saying, I believe in the work I put in when that nobody saw, which I like to hear that. But
Yeah.
the next line he said was that I'm not shooting the ball well right now. And Clyde said, so like, what do you mean by that? Like, what can you do to? And he's like, I just haven't played well from the beginning to till now, and
Chanel.
he's like, shooters sometimes go through this
Shoot and
slump. He
shoot.
said it's
Yeah.
just, yeah, he's like shooters do go through this, and I appreciated his transparency, right? Because that tells me as a fan, okay, you care like about this a little bit, Because sometimes we get the feeling, right, Champ? Especially me and you, we've been going over like it feels like Carlin Towns is not locked in to a game, right? Oh, he doesn't really. He just seems like, it is what it is. Like, so to hear him talk about that, it's like he's aware that he's in a slump and that because sometimes players they won't acknowledge that. So I appreciated that from Carl Anthony Towns, and in order to be a championship team, we need the number two to be the number two, right? LeBron was the number one in Miami. D Wade was number two. Chris Bosh was number three. Now I'm not saying we got that, but you when the time comes, you're gonna need the guys to step up and be and play in their roles. And Karl Anthony Towns, brother, you're the number two, and we just want you to take that next step and be that consistent number two. And I'm not saying you got to shoot the lights out every single game, but what I'm saying is utilize your basketball IQ. You said before, champ, what does Karl Anthony Towns do great, right? He's a good passer. He can pass the ball. So in my mind, like sometimes he'll drive on a double team, or he'll drive, or he'll take too long to get a shot up, or he's looking for the foul instead of just trying to finish at the rim, like, or he won't, he has a wide open jumper and he won't take it, right? Something like that, like that's basketball IQ, or you drive and you kick it. Like we've seen Cat be able to lock in and go ahead and say, all right, I'm gonna drive and I'm gonna pass the ball, I'm gonna dish it out for the wide open three, like. We need that Cat, right? Not necessarily scoring, but if you can draw a defender and create open looks for other guys, that's what we asking of you. You know, um, just making the right plays, staying out of foul trouble, no self-inflicted wounds, right? Because I believe the shots will start to fall for Cat. Like you said, champ, shoot or shoot. So, in your opinion, champ, do you think the Knicks need to make a big move and to help this team be a better defensive team? Um, If so, is there any names that come to mind? Now I know, listen, the CBA, the contracts and the numbers have to match up, but is there a specific player that comes to mind that you think that can help this team,
Bef-
become better?
Before I answer that,
Mm-hmm.
let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Who has more trade value today,
Mm-hmm.
Cat or AD?
Cat has more trade value
Okay,
because AD has been hurt.
he has,
He hasn't played,
but
so
AD is still AD.
he is. There's no
It's like
question about it.
sometimes you can say certain things like, okay, so AD is hurt, but when you get in a top five MVP, a top three MVP in the league when he's fully healthy, right? Because he's fully
Yeah.
engaged, locked in, all that stuff. Cat is fully healthy,
Mm-hmm.
and Cat becomes more so a liability
On the
because
defensive end,
of
yes.
his style of playing defense, and not even his defense, also too. You gotta think about it. He's
Yeah.
shooting horribly because he's not toeing the line. He's shooting far
Yeah.
because he felt
Yeah.
like I can. Just because you can don't mean you should. But
Correct.
he does that. You know what I'm
He can
saying?
get
Like,
better shots, and he's not getting the better shots.
right,
Yes.
right, right. So Having said that, you could become a liability on offense too.
Yeah.
So now you just a liability overall. Not to say that's what he is. I'm just saying, from a logical standpoint, somebody would think like that. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
you're right.
So as far as
It's a good
Anthony
point.
Davis go, he just got to get healthy.
Yeah.
He get healthy, watch out.
Now let me
Anthony,
ask you.
because Anthony
Let
Davis
me
not playing that shit.
before you continue. Now this is another scenario. I don't know how it would work, but would you do you like the idea of Brunson, AD, and Cat? I don't know how it would work money wise, but
Yes, I do.
I think AD provides a defense that Cat lacks, and AD can shoot the ball. Not from 3 point range, but from mid range. AD has a better
I
game
feel like AD and
in the
Cat
in the
could be
post.
interchangeable as far as the center and the power forward go.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And it just works out so much better in that kind of way.
yeah.
I also feel like Cat can rebound, and that something that AD would appreciate because
Hmm.
he always had to be the guy to rebound. But because he wanted to space the floor and there was nobody that could rebound, he kind of was forced to go back into the paint. He wouldn't have to
Yeah,
deal with it over here.
yeah. And then another thing is, right. So this is another thing. A lot of people complain about Mitch's injuries, right? And we dealt with Mitch for a long time, right? He's on a minutes restriction, and he doesn't play back to backs and things like that. Injury management. If I think it's very logical if we can go ahead and deal with Mitch, why wouldn't we be able to deal with Anthony Davis? It's like the same person, except Anthony Davis can contribute so much more to the game, right? He can shoot. He's got a little bit of a bag, right? He could defend, just as good, if not better than Mitch, right? Now, I think Mitch is a better rebounder than AD, but AD provides so many more positives, in my opinion, and you deal with the same injury risk as you would deal with Mitch, you know? So I think that's now again, I would rather wait for Giannis. Will that happen this year? I don't know. But I think people forget, right? The goal is to win a championship. One championship is all we need right now to break through.
I think for
So
Giannis,
go ahead.
'cause my point of bringing that was I felt like you could flip 80 for Giannis versus this would be a little harder to flip Cat for Giannis.
Hmm. Yeah, I
So it's
don't.
all about how much
Hmm.
you want to trade value for.
I don't know what AD makes. I think he makes similar to what Cat makes. I'm not 100%,
Mm.
but if we don't trade him, we have to trade either Mikel or OG to get AD.
Which defeats the purpose. I don't see that happening.
Yeah, I don't see that happening either. So I don't know how it will work. I think I would like to get, to move Mitch. I've kind of listen. I like Mitch. I just think I've been watching the last couple games. He looks. I don't know. He doesn't look like the Mitch that we know. You know, guys were fearing Mitch going to the rim and stuff, and I haven't seen that Mitch. So hopefully he can turn it up. But I do think that depending on how these next 10, 15 games go, I think the Knicks will make a move at the deadline because I think the city and Leon Rose knows this that there's a championship. This is the year to make that run at the title. To wait another year. Then you get Tatum back healthy. You get Halliburton back healthy. I think this is the year where the Knicks say, "Well, this is the year that we can make the finals." So at that point, do you say, "Let's be conservative," or do we want to go ahead and put our chips all in and say, "Nah, we going for that title, whatever it takes." And I'm with that. I like that idea because it's been so long. You never know if you're gonna get this opportunity ever again, bro. Indiana Pacers made the finals, and then in game what was it? Game 7. Excuse me. Game 7. Halliburton tore his Achilles.
Yeah.
Now he's not playing this season. So it went from that to that, like, now, and then that whole team, the Indiana Pacers, got hurt. So like, you never know when you're gonna get back to the final. It's not guaranteed for anybody. So it's just something to think about. Like the Knicks are in that position where we gotta go all in. It's a tough decision, but how bad do you really want the title is really what it comes down to. And
Yeah,
especially as fans, like I know me and you get frustrated, and many other fans that watch this show and other shows, they get frustrated, right? Because it's like we could be that good. I look at OKC, if we could be like that good, but we're not OKC level yet. Um, I think we could be a great team. And again, we spoke about it before the season started, champ. Like, we don't care about the seeding really. We want to be healthy
yeah,
going into the playoffs, and we just want to make sure the team is gelling on and clicking on all cylinders. With Mike Brown's scheme and also just the defense, right? We need the defense to be. We got to step up the defense.
yeah.
But yeah, man. In terms of trade rumors, yeah, man. I think Cat has got to be. Cat feels the pressure, and I really hope that he can prove me and other people wrong. And rise above it and become a better defender. Not saying be all first team all defense, but just a serviceable defender. Putting the effort in every play, every. So that's that. But I think tomorrow we have the Hornets. We should take
Yes,
care of business. We should take
yes.
care of business on the road with the Hornets. Another game that can boost our confidence and get us right. Um, I'm looking to see more minutes for Tyler Kolek, more minutes for Diawara. Um, yeah, man.
Hope
I'm looking
Porter.
to see Hakaporti too. He played, yeah. Just more minutes for these guys. See what they can do and see if they can put some good games together to grow and build off of because we're gonna need these guys. I don't know how much longer OG is gonna be out, but this is a good time to develop these young guys. Um, so yeah, we have Hornets tomorrow. Then Friday we have the Milwaukee Bucks.
NCAA
So
tournament.
so we have the Milwaukee Bucks, and the return of Giannis could happen that game. So we'll have to see. Even if Giannis comes back, the Knicks got to be ready. They got to be locked in. Um, yeah, man. So that's all we got for today. Champ, you have any other comments you want to get off, or any
Yes,
thoughts you
sir.
want to get off before we head out? We'll be on Let's Talk Knicks tomorrow on live stream.
Mhm.
Please meet us there. We always love to talk ball, talk about the game, talk about any ideas, man. Listen, we're there to talk about basketball. So anything ball related, any ideas, any trades, anything that you have cooking up, we want to hear from you. So please comment on the stream. Please hit us on the YouTube comments. Um, and yeah, man, let's enjoy tomorrow. We got the Hornets. Let's take care of business with the Hornets. Let's keep building off these wins, man. Um, as of right now, no trades, but look out, New York Nation, because Leon Rose understands how bad we want to win a title, and I think he's willing to do whatever it takes to win a title. So stay tuned for that. But Champ, any last words?
No, sir. Let's get
All
this done
right.
tomorrow. Kick their ass. NCAA tournament is on Friday versus
Okay.
Milwaukee. They beat us last week, so now we got to beat their ass this one.
Yeah, man. Let's handle business. We gave a game away at Milwaukee. We should have had that one. And now it's time to get that revenge, man.
Yeah.
Let's put these guys in the dirt tomorrow and Friday. If we don't speak to anybody, we want to wish everybody that tunes in, that watches us, we appreciate you. But we want to say happy Thanksgiving to you
Everything,
guys.
guys.
Spend time with your families. Don't take anything for granted. You know, we you know, we blessed every day, regardless of our circumstances and outcomes. So you guys, enjoy the time with your family. Make sure you eat good. Um, and we send our love to you here at the Next World. So have a good night. We're gonna be locked in for tomorrow's game. Let's get the one win at a time, baby. Have a good night. We'll see you guys tomorrow.